What's up, everybody? It's Joe from Empire Music, empiremusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with Old This Week. We got some good stuff cooking here. Lots of cool stuff happening. It's like fun to dabble in the new stuff. There's tons of cool new stuff coming. So keep an eye on the website. Anthony list talks about as much of new stuff as he can in a 10-minute video. But man, there is so much cool stuff happening. Coming in. We, of course, are still taking trades. If you missed the trading event, don't sweat. Give us a shout. We'll hook you up. We'll get you taken care of. Make you a great deal. This last 2 weeks has been wild because Jordan, who you guys talk to on the phone a lot, brings all the used guitars in and grades them and all that stuff. He was on vacation, or he's still on vacation. That slacker. He comes back just today. Aaron, who used to be our photographer, but lists all the guitars online now. He was on vacation. Slacker. He just got back. Tom, our photographer, was out for a couple of days. Steve, one of the guys in the shop here, had a baby. It's been a wild ride here at Empire. So we have like 30 used guitars to come from the trading event. So keep an eye on that. I'm gonna take you on a little refresh though. A few things. Some of these guitars I might have talked about in Old This Week, so they don't all fit in. All of them are on here except for one have been price adjusted, so we're making some deals on some used stuff that's been here for a minute. So let's take a walk down memory lane. Hit up empiremusic.com. There's a trade-in portal. Tell us what you have, what you want. We'll get you fixed up. Tons of good deals. We have some NAMM Martins left over. When I say left over, I mean the Taylor NAMM booth and the Martin NAMM booth are flying out the door. Just wild. I mean, it's super fast. So jump on those if you're into them. They're cooking. So definitely check that out. So we've got that stuff happening. We've got some closeout gear on the closeout pages updated. So check them out. But these are all used guitars that we're making some deals on. So let's get to it. Epiphone, Chris Stapleton, USA. So this is a USA Frontier. So Epiphone does make a good handful of models a year out of the USA. You'll see Casinos. This particular guitar, because Chris plays an Epiphone Frontier. That's why it's like a lot, and it's like his signature choice. This is a dove body shape. I've seen him play a J45 too, as a quick aside. But this dove body shape with the solid spruce top. It's a thermally aged Sitka spruce top, so a baked top. 3A flame maple back, all solid. Mahogany neck, gold tuners, the double pick guard, which is a classic country kind of singer-songwriter deal. VTC LR bags pickup, original hard shell case. Make a sweet deal on this guitar. Really, really great sounding guitar. And it's always cool. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize that for a period of time, if you look back, Epiphone kind of surpassed Gibson in quality, and like you'll see in the 40s and 50s, that Epiphones were like super sought after. And the Epiphone label has a rich history. It's always cool when Gibson makes one in a USA factory, with the Epiphone label on it. So pretty sweet. Next up is a Huss and Dalton single cut. It's called the Statesboro. That's right. The name eluded me for a second. Huss and Dalton makes some of the most incredible acoustic and electric guitars in the world. Up here in the Northeast. This has a Honduran mahogany body, which is super resonant. Gorgeous 3A carved maple top. Lindy Fralin pure PAF pickups. The Fralin pickups are lights out. The PAF is obviously like the original Gibson pickups. Super full sounding. Tons of dynamics. When you play in this guitar with heavy attack, light attack, a combination of the pickups and the wood give you really a dynamic playing experience. They call it a full C neck, which is interesting because it's borderline V to me as I hold it, but it feels incredible. I'm shocked at this guitar. This guitar's been here for a minute. We'll make you a great deal on the guitar. It's already been marked down, but if we have any wiggle room, we'll hook you up on it. Just a really good feeling guitar. And this is one of those things where I don't think people are out there looking for them. They're very low production. Hit us up if you want to steal. And as my brain was wandering, if you saw that, if you heard that in the video, let's think about Empire Selects. We sold a ton of Empire Selects last week. Remember, Empire Selects with a 414 Empire Selects have a 1 in the price in front of them now. They were $32.99. There's a 1 number in front of the price. Lights out 714 Selects. Blowout has a 2 in the number. We're making crazy deals on this. So my brain just kind of traversed after like 11 espressos and a Diet Dr. Pepper. Come in and do Old This Week in the morning. Things get weird. This is one of my favorite guitars in the shop. This is a classic example of the brand's not totally articulating what they're doing and us not spending enough time telling you about it. This is a custom shop 1960 Les Paul mod collection. Gibson does their own stuff against our better health as a business. They sell their own guitars directly. They make cool stuff for themselves and they sell them. This is one that they did in the mod collection. So this is a mahogany body with the flame maple top. The Gibson Dirty Fingers pickup in the bridge. So this is a ceramic 4-conductor pickup. Why does this matter? So first, the ceramic high output, 15K output. So this is just like an EVH Wolfgang, like a very aggressive, great rock pickup. 4-conductor means if you wanted to coil tap it, we can coil tap it for you ahead of time. You can. Whereas like an EVH pickup, that you can't. It's a 2-conductor, so you can't coil tap it. Then they put a P94 single coil in it with a, what they call it, I think a raw nickel radiator cover. Just kind of like a Mad Max, badass, like piece of hardware. Just a cool way of making the guitar look. So fat single coil pickup. We do have the pickup switch. We just take them off because in these custom shop, just for another aside here, this is gonna be off the rails old this week. These switches are like $40–50 because they're made of a really unique material. It's, you know, original. So we take them off because sometimes they find their way out the door, if you know what I mean. So we try to protect our guitar customers that are buying the guitars and hooking them up. So that'll come with it. It's original hard shell case. Beautiful. Look at that rosewood fingerboard on there. So colorful. Just an absolutely gorgeous guitar. The finish has tons of color to it. The mahogany is just gorgeous. And the finish on it is a unique finish called a FIREBLAST perimeter. So just badass. I mean, just a great guitar. 1960 slim taper neck. Super cool. Next up, Fender TELE-BRATION Telecaster, which now I know we didn't sell it because it got a stupid name, but I'll tell you, this is 2011. This is a 60-year anniversary of the Telecaster, and that year in 2011, they did 12 individual models to celebrate the Telecaster, which is really cool, even though, Fender kind of dabbles in this because, like, obviously in 1950, the Broadcaster came out for like a minute, then they got sued by Gretsch, so it became the Nocaster, then it became the Telecaster. So there's like 1950, 51 is when this all was happening. An American standard with a 3A maple top, American standard single coil pickups, maple neck, beautiful like pearloid tuners, gold hardware, TELE-BRATION. I'm gonna have a TELE-BRATION tonight. Who knows? See, my wife will want to celebrate with me tonight to celebrate you buying this guitar. Check it out though. It sounds great. It's awesome. They're actually pretty unique in the marketplace. There's not tons and tons of them out there. So hard case, great condition, very cool guitar. This next one, this is one I don't think we marked down. It took us forever to list this guitar, but I don't know what happened. We're just so busy with the trade event. But I handpicked the top for all these Artisan custom shop guitars on the Fender custom shop Artisan Strat with the Poblano pickups, hand wound, anodized guard. Lots to talk about here. So look at that beautiful body. Roasted ash body, roasted maple neck, hand-picked COCOBOLO top, beautiful sapwood down the center. The Poblano pickups, these are a calibrated set of pickups, which is important to know because when we go from bridge to neck, we want to keep equal volume. That's what a calibrated set is. So these are calibrated. It's funny because they're like hand wound for spicy tones. It's like a little bit higher output, a little bit more headroom pickup. So just that's what you're aiming for. It's like it's not like an underwound pickup that's kind of sludgy. This has a little bit more clarity, a little bit more sparkle. They sound beautiful. If they label this a 1955 something, you'd be like, oh, you know, it's like you'd have a reference point. It's in that kind of Texas specialty type space, but I think even a little bit more clarity to them. They're not as raunchy, which was it? Well, not as raunchy as the Texas Special, but it still gets there. You know what I mean? I just think you find more warmth and more clarity here than a Special where it breaks up a little bit earlier. Beautiful. Look at that. Neck has tons of character to it. Rosewood fingerboard that is just super dark and chocolatey. We sold this originally, got traded in for an acoustic, and we had it for like a month before we listed it. So I don't know if this one got price adjusted on the site, but if you see it, take care of you on it. Last two are basses. 1960 custom shop Fender J bass with two vintage J bass pickups, stack concentric knobs, alder body, 7 1/4 inch fingerboard radius with a 3A rosewood fingerboard, beautiful maple neck, Olympic white. Sweet ashtray cover on here. Mint guard. These are just cool. I mean, it's just like, I always feel like this, like sometimes these get taken for granted because it doesn't have all, well, although the stack knobs are really cool, but you know, you kind of feel like you've seen these a million times because you have. It's one of the most famous instruments in the world, especially for touring and recording artists. I mean, it's just a sound that shapes all modern music. Sometimes we take them for granted. I don't have to do a ton of talk on this. I feel like this one is just a tried and true classic instrument that would fit in any collection. So super great collection, great condition, and original hard case and all that good stuff. If you go into the pictures on the site, you'll see there will be on the used guitars a photo of the case, a photo like any case candy that comes with the paperwork, COAs. Last one is Spectre Euro LX. Look at that guy. It's contoured, pretty sick. So this is a alder body with a walnut strip, maple neck, flame maple talk, EMG pickups. This instrument is, you know, it's like the Spectre comes out of New York, but they have a Euro line, the LX, and it's made in the Czech Republic. And we've actually, back when I was, 17, 18, my dad's shop, we carried a bunch of basses and brands that came out of the Czech Republic, are always super premium. The cool thing with this is this has the Spectre Legacy preamp that was designed with dark glass. So, you know, if you're in the know, dark glass is making some really premium electronics, super sought after, and they collaborated on the electronics package for this. So it's an active pickup, high output bass. If you want to talk to Anthony about this guy, you know, he'll give you all the super details on it. It's just a really beautiful instrument, super well made, very balanced and light. The body is very comfortable. If you see here, it's like the perfect balance, but the guitar, the bass isn't very heavy, which a lot of times when we worry about something being light, we don't want it to neck dive, right? We want it to tip over. So pretty awesome. We have tons of used stuff coming next week for my guy Ryan in Pittsburgh, who brought in some really amazing stuff. We're getting ready to list for him, so that'll be in old this week, next week. So keep an eye out for that, like 6 or 7 really high-end pieces. So keep an eye out for that, because we're gonna have them in old this week. Hit us up. We want your trades. Go to the trade-in portal. Chat with us on the site. Tons of great deals throughout the shop. Tons of cool stuff coming in. So don't delay. Hit us up. Tell us what you have to trade. If you don't have a trade, no problem. We'll take care of you. We've got 0% financing. We've got some just kick-ass deals from the manufacturers. We have Empire Selects that are sunsetting, and they're sunsetting fast. I mean, we sold, man, maybe a dozen of them last week, a lot. So we're cooking through that. So don't wait on those. We'll hook you up. This is old this week.